Good morning, class.
Good morning.
Our group is formed by Ethan, Marshall, Youngdan, and me, Luis, and we are going to talk about leisure time here in Portland. So, a lot of people around the world think that here in America have just or a lot of fat people who just eat a lot of fast food and nobody likes to practice sports. And I want to know if you guys had the same idea before coming to America. Yeah. So maybe after our presentation you can change your mind. Our group is going to talk about what, where, with whom, and when people like to spend their leisure time. We interviewed women and men with different ages, and we asked for them what they like to do in their leisure time. We made questions like when they have leisure time, with whom they like to spend, and we make questions about health too. Here are some of the vocabulary that we use. Leisure time, which means free time. Climbing is that sport that you can find in the rec center. Pay to play, that means spend money to practice some activities. Hang out, go out with friends for fun. And work out, go to the gym, get strong, and that you can find the rec center too. Now you're done, we'll start talking.
We interviewed 20 people. We collected ages, genders, and occupations. Because with these demographics, we can analyze what group of people want to do in their leisure time. We interviewed streets, parks, and buildings. We asked people politely if they accepted. We started the interview. For these 20 people, 12 were male and 8 were female. And almost people are younger than 36 years old. And 13 were students and 7 were workers. We asked people what they like to do in their leisure time. The blue bar is female and the orange bar is male. First, we asked people what do you like to do in their leisure time. Most female answered they like climbing and hiking, but the female replied that they like reading and playing games. When do you have leisure time? We can see most people have a leisure time after work or after class and on weekends. Where do you like go in your leisure time? Female and male answer they like go parks, and male answer they like to go out to drink or eat something. Number 4, what kind of transportation do you use to get to this place? Most female and male that they usually use a car. With whom do you like to spend your leisure time? Female and male reply they like to spend their leisure time with their friends. How much money do you spend on your leisure time? Female and male answer they spend $100 to $200 per month for their leisure time. do you think activity is important for your health? All people answered yes. Now Rachel will talk about analysis of findings.
Good morning, everybody. So I'm going to talk about analysis of findings. First one, the conclusion. I'm going to talk about the interest of females and males, interest between the age of 20 to 30. Most females were interested in hiking and climbing, and that they had about like 2 hours a day for leisure time, and that they preferred active activities, and that males preferred reading and video games, and that they had about the same amount of time as females, 2 hours, and that they liked activities that didn't include a lot of moving. And most interesting information, things we didn't expect. We didn't expect a lot of people to say sports because, like we said in the beginning, we thought of Americans as fat, and we didn't expect a lot of them to like moving and things like that. What people didn't want to tell us, like females didn't want to tell us how old they were, and a lot of people didn't want to tell us how much their hobbies cost or leisure time cost. So we face a lot of problems with that, and things we could have done better. I think if we had more specific stuff, and if we had wider range of people and better questions, we could have got better results and understand the topic more. And that's it, everybody. So now Haytham is going to continue.
Good morning, everybody. We got a good result for our survey. The survey gives us that people who live in Portland do a lot of hobbies, or they like a lot of hobbies, such as aerobic exercise, reading, hiking, parks, eating and drinking at restaurant or cafe. Most of them they use their cars to spend their leisure time. Also, this kind of leisure time it costs them a lot of money to go to their leisure time. This reminds me to expression which I heard it from my teacher, my old teacher. It said "pay to play." It's, I think, a famous expression in the United States. That means all the people who want to play or make some exercises, they need to pay to do this exercise. Ultimately, we had a perfect experience in this survey because we met with a strange people. In the beginning, I was shy to ask the people who I didn't meet them before, but they was so kind. They was when I asked them, "Can I have your attention, please, to just ask you some question?" They said, "Yeah, and good luck for your survey." And also, in Portland, as my classmate Louis said, in the beginning we thought that most of the American people, they don't like do a lot of exercise because what we heard about them before we came to the United States. But now we change our mind. This survey changed our mind about American people. If you have any question, please, it's our pleasure to answer this question.
Let's give them a round of applause first. And especially for going first. Bravo for that. Now you're done. So let's take 2 to 3 questions, please, from the audience. You all should have at least one question written on your yellow paper, but I'd love to hear some of your questions.
We'll be happy.
Who has a question?
Did you face any problem in asking about the age?
Actually, some of them, like when we meet some girls,
Yeah.
maybe the youngest girl, they are not shy to answer this question. But if we like, for me, I found a girl who she is 40. So in the beginning, she is shy to say to tell me her age. But it's not like a big challenge for us, because as you know, in their state, the age, it's privacy as the salary. So sometimes you will be shy to ask about the age.
Anybody else can answer questions too, not just Haitham.
Yeah, like at first I had problems with the older ones, like the older girls. They didn't want to tell me about their age, so they just said like we're in like in our late 30s or something like that. So we couldn't like collect like specific information. So we had some problems with that.
Yeah, so one thing we had talked about is next time when you design a survey, you could have an age range.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? You could say you're between the ages of 30 and 40, and then they might feel more comfortable.
Up to 32. 32.
Right,
Not exactly. Up.
right. They don't want to be exact. Yeah.
Asking the age for the people, a person that you don't know well, I think it's a little.
You have to be kind of rude.
Yes.
Right.
And sometimes if they saw the paper, so you will,
Yeah.
they will just answer without asking.
Yes.
So you need
Yes.
to have some technique.
Right, right. So you learn some techniques possibly. All right, let's take one more question. That was a good one. One more question.
I have a question, but I think it's almost the same of the guy. Because what was the biggest problem that you had with the survey? You had the biggest, like, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, we had two questions, one about age, another about money, that people don't like to say. They just say like a lot of or few. Some ones say it exactly price, but not all.
So do you think that problem could also be solved with a range?
Range,
That next
too,
time you'd
yes.
have a range
Yeah, I
of you
think
spend 0 to 100?
That kind of personal question range is gonna be better the next time.
Yeah, yeah. Good. Thank you for that question. All right, let's give
Thank
it one
you.
more round of applause.